Hey everybody, Brandon Boyd with The Brandon Boyd Show. Thank you so much for watching. This is going to be a huge episode of the Weekly Pointers News Update. We have got a lot of stuff to cover. We're going to talk about the expiring offer with the Capital One Venture X. The Barclays business Aviator is back with a new welcome offer. We're going to talk about Amex Delta elevated offers, the most annoying passengers on a plane. Now we have scientific evidence. And of course, I'm going to give you the best food deal of the week as well. A lot of stuff to cover, and there's much more than what I just mentioned, all right? If you're not familiar with the Weekly Pointers News Update, let me give you a quick rundown on exactly how this works. Every Sunday evening, I put out the Weekly Pointers Update, and my job is to catch you up on all the news you may have missed in regards to credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, and everything in between. And I make it super easy to follow along, all right? On one side of the screen, you're going to see a list of the topics that I will be covering today. Each topic will be highlighted while I'm talking about it, and then below that you'll see a timer to let you know exactly how long I will be discussing each topic. You can also check out the timestamps down in the description below if you want to skip ahead on any content. But why would you want to do that? The idea for this video is to catch you up on the things you may have missed, and you don't want to skip even more, right? It's perfect if you have a short attention span like I do, and if you appreciate these Sunday videos, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notifications for alerts. The channel is growing like crazy, and it's all organic, all because of you, the people that are watching this video. So we've got a lot to talk about. If you're ready to get into the news, I'm ready to get into the news. I say we get going. Let's go. This first story is pretty big because it's in regards to a card that a lot of people have been really excited about since it's been released, and I'm talking about the Capital One Venture X card. A lot of people love this card. I've done a couple of videos on this as well. You can check those out down in the description below. The welcome offer for this card currently stands at 100,000 bonus miles, and there's also a limited time $200 vacation rental credit as well. As of March 14th, that welcome offer will be going away. So if you're interested in the Capital One Venture X card, you'll need to apply sooner rather than later because this is a limited time offer. Now, it's also limited time for me because my wife tried to apply for it in my recent Watch Me Apply video, and it's so limited, in fact, that she got denied. Oh well, what are you going to do about that? So let me know what you think about the Venture X card. Did you have a good experience with an approval, a bad experience with a denial? I mean, let me know what you think about this. Are you going to try to get in before that March 14th deadline? I'd be curious to hear what you have to say. And while we're on Capital One, let's talk about some transfer partner news, both for Capital One and American Express. Actually, I'll get to that in just a second. But since we just talked about Capital One, they've added a new transfer partner with Virgin. This is really good news because you can use Virgin points to book Delta flights. Just to give you an example, you can book Delta One to Europe for 50,000 Virgin points. This is good news if you're a big fan of Delta, and anytime card issuers add more transfer partners, I think that's good for everyone involved. And there are some bonus offers right now with current Capital One transfer partners that will be expiring on March 31st. And those include 20% on Aeromexico, 20% on Avianca Life Miles, and 20% on Wyndham as well. So again, a short window of time to take advantage of some pretty good offers with Capital One. So if you're interested in those, make sure you check that out. And then also American Express has some bonus offers with their transfer partners as well. You'll want to check the deadlines for each of these because they're a little bit different. All right, let me read these off real quick. First, there's a 30% bonus on Hilton. Let me give you an example real quick. So normally 1,000 membership rewards would equal 2,000 Hilton points. However, with this 30% bonus, now 1,000 membership rewards are equal to 2,600 Hilton points. I wouldn't speculatively transfer and get Hilton points, but if you have a specific case or if you have a specific trip coming up where you need the additional Hilton points, or if you're trying to get that 5th night free when you book with points with Hilton and you need some additional Hilton points to get there, then you could certainly do this. And just a couple other ones real quick. You also have a 20% bonus on Hawaiian Airlines and 30% on Virgin Atlantic. So again, a lot of transfer partner bonuses. If you've got some trips coming up where you need to top off with points and you need to get a good rate per point, this is certainly the time to do it, so make sure you check those out. The Barclays Business Aviator card is back, and if you'll recall, this card was pulled initially as American Airlines revamped their elite status and loyalty program. Now that that's all been revamped, this card is back with a welcome offer of 70,000 miles with $1,000 spend in the first 90 days. Now, 60,000 of that is with the $1,000 spend, and then the additional 10,000 is if you add an employee card and you make any purchase on that card, so that totals 70,000 miles altogether. So this is a pretty decent offer. We've seen larger offers. Before this card was pulled, it was actually 80,000 miles, all right? So there have been better offers out there, but if you have upcoming travel that you want to do with American Airlines, then this may be a good time to get the card. Otherwise, you may just want to wait a little bit for a better offer to come along. Both Hawaii and New York City are about to make things a lot easier for travelers as they are going to ease their COVID restrictions. Let's start with Hawaii first. So beginning March 26th, domestic travelers are no longer going to have to participate in the state's Safe Travels program, which required proof of vaccination or proof of a negative test. So that will be going away on March the 26th. We traveled there last year, and if you haven't done this already, make sure you check out all of my travels from 2021. I put together a compilation video showing how I use points and miles for all of that. But it was a very interesting experience making sure that not only you had your paperwork, but that you had it uploaded to the state's website to make sure that you were clear to even get on the plane to get to Hawaii. So that was really exciting. And also starting March the 7th in New York City, you will no longer be required to show proof of vaccination status upon entering restaurants in New York City. And I can tell you, actually, we were there last year in October when this rule was in place that you had to show proof of vaccination to get into a restaurant. Can I tell you a little secret? None of the restaurants we went to actually asked for this thing. The owners actually just wanted people in the door so they didn't go broke. So that's just a little insider tip. We didn't have anybody ask for this. The only time we actually had people ask for vaccination status was when we went to the Empire State Building or we went to Broadway. Speaking of Broadway, and I think this is really interesting, both Broadway and other indoor businesses are still going to have vaccine and mask protocols through the end of March, while restaurants are going to be ending March the 7th. And this is, of course, due to the overwhelming scientific evidence that shows that the virus has a brain and can detect whether you're in a restaurant or a Broadway show, and it'll only get you if you're in a Broadway show. All right, some of this stuff gets a little bit silly sometimes, all right? You can go into a restaurant, but you can't go into a Broadway show or any other indoor business. It's either one or the other, man. Make up your mind. New York City's been all over the place on this. But long story short, if you like to eat in New York City, this is going to be a change of pace and you'll be able to go in without showing your vaccination status. Now, my wife and I will be going to New York City here in a couple of weeks. So we'll report back both what this did to our trip and then also just our overall experience in New York. We're really excited. We're staying at the Park Hyatt New York. So we'll take a lot of footage there. We'll give you some insider tips on where to eat while you're there as well. And if you have any insider tips, let me know as well. I always like to know a good place to eat. But let me know what you think about these changes down in the comments. Does this make you more or less likely to travel to Hawaii or New York City? It's up to you. Let us know. TSA PreCheck has now been added to Nassau, Bahamas. So if you're traveling back from the Bahamas, you can now go through TSA PreCheck. And I love TSA PreCheck, all right? I really love it in combination with Clear as well. And you can check out the video I did down in the description below showing you how to breeze through airport security in 3 minutes or less using Clear with TSA PreCheck. It is very, very helpful, all right? And TSA PreCheck is offered with a lot of cards that are out on the market right now. Right off the top of my head, I'm thinking the Platinum, Business Platinum, the Sapphire Reserve, Capital One Venture X. I mean, it's all over the place. If you have a card that has TSA PreCheck, just take advantage of that. It makes travel much, much easier. And there are some new elevated offers on the co-branded cards with Amex and Delta, and these are going to expire April 13th of 2022. Now, if I'm looking at these offers, honestly, these offers are elevated from what they typically are on a normal day. However, if you follow American Express and these co-brands with Delta, you know that the offers come all throughout the year, right? There's a wave that comes where there's an offer and then it goes down and then another wave. So these are offered like 4 or 5 times a year, I think, on average. So if these bonus offers don't fit your needs, just wait until later in the year. There'll be more to come. But if you have an upcoming Delta trip, make sure you check out these cards because it may be a good time to ride the wave and pick one of these up. I'm a big fan of the American Express Delta co-brand cards. I have the Delta Business Platinum card. My wife has the Delta Business Gold card. And the reason we have the business cards is because of the 524 restrictions with Chase, right? So in the meantime, while we were waiting for our 524 status to get a little bit better with Chase, we ended up signing up for a lot of different business cards, and the Delta ones were a really good fit for us at the time. So if it's a good fit for you, go ahead and pick it up, but just keep in mind there may be better offers later on in the year. This is probably my favorite story of the entire week, all right? I absolutely love this. Only Wunderlist has surveyed 1,500 different frequent flyers to find out who the most annoying passenger is on an airplane. And they've ranked them number 1 through 20, and they've given them nicknames along the way, all right? I've got to read through this list real quick. So the first one, the kicker, that is someone that is sitting behind you that constantly kicks your seat. You've got the noisy kid, the recliner, the loud sleeper, the stinky feet, the chatty Cathy, the clapper for the person that applauds whenever the plane lands. This is a really interesting list, all right? What I want you to do is look at this list and tell me your top 3 most annoying passengers, all right? Because we all have something that sets us off every now and then, all right, that you just can't stand. And this list puts it all together so beautifully. I absolutely love this. If I had to pick my top 3, and I'm going through this list, I'm looking, I would say the kicker is probably number 1. I'm going to go with the eager, which is the passenger that stands up as soon as the plane lands and they start getting their bags out like they're going to get off the plane any faster than anybody else. And then the third one I would have to say is the bring your own meal, where somebody brings their own smelly food onto the plane and it just stinks up the whole area. However, if I'm being 100% honest with myself, I do this myself, all right? I'll bring Chick-fil-A on the plane or something and eat. And I know that it bothers other people, but I'm hungry and I have to eat. But it only bothers me when somebody else sits next to me and does the same thing. I don't know what it is. But let me know what your top 3 are down in the comments. I think it's absolutely great that they put together this list and they gave the nicknames, because we can all relate to at least one person on this list. And if you're familiar with the Weekly Pointers News Update, you know that I like to end the show on a good food deal, and this week is no exception. But this time I'm going to talk about a deal that's actually coming up on March the 14th. Now, what is the significance of March the 14th, you may be asking? Well, it's Pi Day, March 14th, 3/14. And if you have no clue what pi is, it's P-I. It has to do with math. You can Google it, all right? But as part of Pi Day, which is 3/14, a lot of pizza places are putting out some of their best pizza pie deals. And Good Housekeeping has put together a list of the best pie deals for Pi Day. And if you're wondering why I'm doing it this week, it's because if I wait and do this on the March 13th edition of the Weekly Pointers News Update, that only gives everyone one day to watch the video and plan ahead for their Pi Day savings. So I want to give you an extra week to make sure that you can plan accordingly. And there are some interesting deals on here for pizza places all over the country. However, I am going to call out one place right now because this is absolutely ridiculous, all right? Papa Murphy's on March 14th. If you use the code PIDAY, you get 3.14% off online orders. 3.14% off? How insulting. Don't even offer anything at all. Don't insult my intelligence. I couldn't believe this, all right? Because some of the other places are offering pizzas for $3.14. Instead, you give a discount of 3.14%? Give me a break, man. Tell Papa Murphy's to get their stuff together and give us a better offer for Pi Day if you want our business. But anyway, on the positive, make sure you check out this list and see if these offers suit your needs at all. I'd be curious to see which ones you think you're going to be able to take advantage of on Pi Day, March the 14th. Holy cow, I'm sweating. That was a lot of work. We had a lot of news to cover this week, all right? Some of the Weekly Pointers news updates, it's hard to find all the news to fill up an entire show, but this week, good Lord, I felt like I was cutting stuff left and right just to make it to this long list today. A lot of news going on, but I think that's why you watch this video. Every Sunday evening, the Weekly Pointers news update will come out, and I will update you on everything. I do all the homework for you so you don't have to spend endless hours swiping on your phone trying to find the latest news on the topics that I discussed today. I do all of the work for you. I tie a nice bow on it and put it out every Sunday evening. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the videos so you can get all of the updates every Sunday evening, and you're never going to miss out on anything. Trust me, if it's important, it will be in these videos. Let me know what your favorite story or stories were this week. I really like the most annoying passenger stories, but in all honesty, there were some other really big stories as well, especially related to the Capital One Venture X offer ending, the Barclays Business Aviator card coming back, some new travel restrictions being removed. That's pretty exciting as well. And the co-branded cards with Delta and American Express being elevated. Lots of stuff covered this week. Let me know what your favorites were down in the comments below. And keep in mind that we have a lot of new people that are in Points and Miles that are watching this channel specifically. So if you have any insight on any of the stories that I mentioned today, make sure you leave a comment down in the comments below, because you will be helping someone out. We all started out as new people in the Points and Miles world. So anytime you leave a piece of data down in the comments below that can help someone out, you are helping someone get to the level that you may be at right now. So keep that in mind. We're all one big community here, and make sure you leave any insight or helpful comments that you have in the comments below. If you found this video helpful or mildly entertaining, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications for alerts, and when you click on the Brandon Boyd Show, click, 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 you're going to get the latest information on credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, pizza deals, and everything in between, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. We'll see you soon.